Amandla. Viva ANC, viva. Viva COSATU, viva. Viva SACP, viva. Malibongwe. Igama lamakhosikazi. Roar, young lions, roar. Forward with the Veterans League, forward. Amandla. Mata. Matimba. Manda. Manda. La lahle amona Freistad. Comrade Provincial Chairperson, Comrade Mxolisi Dukwana, the newly elected Chairperson of the Free State. Comrade Ketso Makume, the newly elected Deputy Chairperson of the Free State. Comrade Dihelele Mochwaneng, the newly elected Secretary of the Province of the Free State. Comrade Bolelo Mahlatsi, the newly elected Deputy Provincial Secretary of the ANC in the Free State. Comrade Matabo Leeto, the newly elected Treasurer General. Oh, Treasurer, not Treasurer General. Also Kaufita Monu. Maybe one day. The Treasurer of the ANC in the Free State, members of the National Executive Committee, leaders of the Alliance here present, from COSATU, the SACP, leaders of the ANC Women's League, the ANC Youth League, the ANC Veterans League, delegates to this conference, a historic conference of the ANC here in the Free State. And comrades and friends, comrades, ke le dumedisa kaofela lebitsong la African National Congress, ihlile le lebitsong la National Executive Committee ya ANC. Ke batla ho le leboha hore le kgonne ho tshwara conference hara mathata. When at one stage it seemed like this conference will not happen and it will collapse or be collapsed, you refused to have this conference collapse. I want to thank you for your commitment, for your resoluteness, and for your determination that this conference must happen. We had hoped that this conference would take place before the national conference, but it was not to be. But we are really pleased that you've been able to hold what I would call a watershed conference. Conference e tjena re qetile ho e tshwara ka 2004. Kajeko lena, you've held a conference that has been so successful. Barata kapa barati, conference ena is successful. Ihlile hona le bao ba sa rate. Hona le bao ba ne ba batla hore conference ena e ska dula. Empa le entse ntho e ntle haholo hore conference ena e be teng. A se nna fela le ditho tsa NEC tse le lebohang. Ke batho ba Freistata ba ne ba emetse conference ena. And they wanted this conference to succeed. Just like Comrade Dukwana said, Me Madumise, one alla katsa hore abe teng conferencing ena. She is an ANC veteran. She's already advanced in her age, although she's still very youthful. She and many citizens of the Free State were looking forward to the success of this conference. You have given her and many others a wonderful New Year present. Thank you very much for having done so. It has been a long and arduous road to come to this point of holding this conference. And I want to congratulate the leadership that you have elected and the leadership that you are also going to elect as additional members to the PEC. And I'm sure that you are going to elect leaders who are going to take the renewal project forward. Because this conference is about renewal. And as I said when I addressed the January 8th rally, I said, renewal this time round is irreversible, is irrevocable, and renewal is the only way forward. That is exactly what your conference is about. Ke conference ya renewal ena. It's a conference of renewal because, comrades, you have now built a very good foundation to revive the ANC, to wake the ANC up in the Free State. There was a time when the branches of the ANC, you yourselves as members said they did not exist. But you did a most amazing and wonderful thing. Towards the national conference, the 55th conference, many, if not all your branches did meet, you held your meetings, and that to me showed the beginning signs of the revival and the renewal of the African National Congress. Ke lona ba tsosang ANC. ANC ena ya rona e a tsoha jwale mona Freistata. Conference ena e bontsha hantle hore ka nnete ANC e eme ka maoto ebile e a tsoha and e tlo tsoha ba rata kapa ba rate. So comrades, I commend your spirit and your dedication. And number 3 of your regions must still hold their conferences, and I have no doubt that beyond this provincial conference and on the back of the national conference, those regions will be able to hold very successful conferences. You will be able to rebuild the branches of the ANC and make them alive. And this conference, comrades, is about the people of the Free State. It's not about you. The people of the Free State are listening, are watching, and earlier I was looking at all of you as the conference was going on. Ne ke le shebile ke le tadimile hantle ke le sheba sefatlo le sefatlo ke batlo bona hore ana le serious na ka renewal. Ke bone hore bongata ba lona, if not all of you, are clearly determined, and your determination is demonstrated by the leadership you have elected. le kgethile baetapele ba ikemiseditseng ka renewal. Ke baetapele bana ba tla isa mosebetsi wa renewal pele. I have no doubt that the confidence that you have invested in them will be confidence that is well placed, that will be able to take the ANC renewal project forward. So I do thank you, and I think your conference is a watershed moment. It's a milestone moment. It differs from the conferences that we have held recently in this province. Le a tseba hore ke bua ka eng? The 55th National Conference, comrades, reaffirmed the primary role and intent about the ANC main reason for existence, which is to better the life of our people. And Lilona, as you are meeting here as a conference, you need to be affirming that this is precisely why the ANC exists here in the Free State. It exists for no other reason but to improve the lives of our people. This is the objective that calls on all of us to accelerate and to deepen the transformation of the lives of our people here in the Free State. Our people here are looking forward to this leadership that you are going to be electing as a leadership that will be a change agent, that will change things. Wabona, the Free State being the center of the country naturally has to play a key role because you are the center on which we should say everything should revolve. Now is the time for the Free State to play its given role. Where the ANC was founded is where the ANC must show real life. It must show it exists for the betterment of the people of our country. This is your task as the ANC here in the Free State. The NEC declared 2023 as the year of decisive action to advance our people's interests and to renew our movement. Conference directed all of us to take decisive action to renew and to rebuild our movement. A strong, vibrant, and united movement is crucial for us to see success of the National Democratic Revolution. And in the January 8th statement, we were clear about what our tasks are, that the structures of the movement must be rebuilt. And now, beyond this conference, that is precisely what each one of us must now go back to our branches and to go and rebuild the ANC. And I will say, yes, there was contestation for the leadership of the ANC here. Contestation for the top 5, but that contestation in the end has culminated with these leaders. All of us must now rally behind this leadership. We came to this conference with divided candidates. This is now the leadership. Everybody must unite behind this leadership. As I was listening to the TV broadcast, I heard others who walked out of this conference and they started voicing their dissatisfaction, and they voiced their dissatisfaction about a few issues that the delegates. They said, no, There were supposed to be 650 delegates. In the end, there were additional 7 delegates, and for that reason, they are going to court. Ukaya court for 7 delegates now. You know, comrades, ka 1994, we held the first democratic elections in our country. And we won all the provinces, except for KZN. Delegation ya KZN ibeitla ko Shell House. Babe yatlaliyo tsabona. Bari, we think we won the elections. But in the end, we have been robbed. Comrade Madiba comrades, our task is to change the lives of our people. Let us accept the outcome of this election. And all of us unite so that we can move forward. And the leadership of KZN said, that is exactly what we are going to do. We are going to accept the outcome of the elections, and so that the country can move forward. Now, I want to say to the comrades who may be dissatisfied, comrades, let the Free State once and for all let us accept the outcome of this conference, and so that we can move ahead. Because if we continue to have squabbles amongst us, we weaken the ANC. The people of the Free State will walk away from us. This is the time when we must now be united, and it must be principled unity. We must tell ourselves we are uniting because we want to improve the lives of our people. It must not be about us. It must be about the people of the Free State. Ke ona kopo e ke etsang ho bano bana ba reng a ba tswella pele ka di candidates tsa bona. Elections leads to some succeeding, some not succeeding. And we have always said, after a leadership is elected, the tradition in the ANC has always been we all rally behind the elected leaders. Whether we like them or not, we rally behind them, because what is important is the ANC and not ourselves as individuals. That is what I am calling for. So, Keir, are tloele dintho tsena tsa ho matela dikantoro, re sebetse mmoho, because we have a bigger task here in the Free State to reposition the ANC so that the ANC, after all these years, mo ho no etsahala bohlaswa, mo no etsahala dintho tse tsileng tseleng, re ahe ANC hape, re khutlisetse mo e tlameileng hore be teng, hore ebe mane boemong bo kodimo dikelellong tsa batho ba haeso. And we can only do that if we unite and remain united as the African National Congress in the Free State and nationally, of course, beyond this conference. So my call to all those who are delegates to this conference is that let us accept this outcome, and let us also accept the outcome that is now going to happen as you elect your other leaders who are going to work with the top 5 leaders. Leadership at all levels must be people who demonstrate that they are also prepared to unite the ANC, So to these leaders and those who are going to be additional members, I say, your task must be to unite everyone. Comrade Dukwana, leskara hale khetilo tjena. Lona be pona hore ke lona batho fela. You must take it as a task to unite the ANC, to even reach out to those who were not walking with you to this end. Unite them and bring the ANC together. Now I have taken that as my main task, to unite the African National Congress. I want you as well to take up as your task to unite the ANC and to bring the members of the ANC together, because when we do that, then we are able to bring our people together. The ANC is then able to unite all the people of South Africa, because that is our task. Comrade, in the January 8th statement, we said we as the ANC must make it our task to attract progressive people of all classes, of all races, of all faiths, and all cultures in the ANC, so that the non-racial character of the ANC must be visible in our structures, in our leadership, and in our public representatives and deployees as well. This is something that we need to take up seriously as the African National Congress. And I throw it at you as you are going to elect. Gary, let us remember that we are a non-racial organization. And within our ranks, we must also have the people of our country must feel that they are also represented in the African National Congress. And we must therefore remain also committed to the other important aspect of our character, which is a non-sexist organization, and we must be able to remain true. Today, we've got 3 men and 2 women in the leadership of the top 5. That is a great progress, but we also want to see the entire additional members that you will elect representing the non-sexist character of the African National Congress. That is important. The important thing, comrades, is that as we do all this, we must be able to demonstrate our value proposition to the people of South Africa. The national chairperson spoke about our value proposition. What is it? What is it that we have to offer? We must demonstrate to the people of South Africa that we have our principles to offer. We have what we stand for to offer. And if they look at us, they must see a united ANC. They must see an ANC that is representative of them in terms of representation, but they must also see an ANC that adheres to the best principles, the best ethics. They must be able to be attracted to the African National Congress. Now that we are reviving the ANC in this province, we must also be able to be an ANC that will embark on concrete programs that are going to demonstrate to our people who we care about them. We must be able, our branches must be so alive that they take up the struggles of our people. They must demonstrate through our various representatives, our branch members, our branch leaders, and yes, our local government representatives, that we do take up the struggles of our people and we take up concrete programs. And this is where every branch must have a program. Every branch must be able to take up programs. It must have structures, must have committees that take up various programs, be it gender-based violence, be it policing forums, be it school-related programs where we work with school governing bodies, be it people, and also service delivery. And those are the types of programs, comrades, which we are able to take up as branches. For a branch, it must have concrete programs. Our members, our leaders at branch level, must be continuously engaged with the lives of our people. Precisely what Comrade Dukwana was saying. For yes, there is a councillor on Abuakaena who is always there, taking up the issues that affect our people. This is what an ANC branch is supposed to do. So as we rebuild the ANC, this is precisely what we must now do. And being able to take up campaigns and concrete programs, then we don't have idle hands. That is when we are able to be busy all the time to serve our people. And as I said, the ANC is about serving our people. The ANC is about caring for the people of our country. Now, if there ever was a time for us to demonstrate that, this is the time when we should do so, when we renew the African National Congress here in the Free State. We have had a lot of neglect of various tasks that we were supposed to take up. As local government, our local government structures here in the Free State, almost all of them have not had audit outcomes that the Auditor General has been able to speak very positively about. Yes, there are pockets where our local government structures are being rebuilt, but we want to see a wholesome process here in the Free State where we begin to give the services that are required to our people, where our local government structures, our local government focuses on serving the people of our country, of our towns, and where service delivery becomes something that we focus our attention on. Because our people cannot continue living in squalor. They cannot continue living with sewage water just flowing in their roads. They cannot continue living with the issues of service delivery as they have been going on. Now, currently, we have energy challenges, and the causes of our energy challenges are well known to many of us. Eskom's historically inadequate maintenance and delayed investment in building new power stations is the main cause of why we are where we are. We're having load shedding, which understandably is making the people of South Africa angry, making the people of South Africa frustrated, and is negatively impacting on the livelihoods of our people, on the health of our people, on the food production in our country, and negative impact on the economy. And our people are losing their businesses. Many people are reporting where their businesses are failing because of load shedding. Now, the problems that have given rise to where we are started way back, 1998, when we were told by ESCOM that we now need to add capacity to the grid, and that was neglected. And in the course of time, maintenance was stopped on our power stations. And the power stations were driven hard, so hard that it's almost like your vehicle. If you have a vehicle and you don't send it to service and you don't maintain it, it will break at some point. And this is exactly where we are. As I have said, even in addresses to the nation, we are short of some 6,000 megawatts. Our grid capacity is short of 6,000 megawatts. And we've been working very hard. We've put in place an action plan which I announced last year in July, and the process of adding more capacity with a variety of measures, be it renewable energy and even emergency energy, has been underway. And I said as early as 2019 that we need to embark on emergency power. And that was initiated, and the process got started, and then it got interrupted by court challenges because it was felt that it was flawed, and there were a number of challenges to that. That is now trapped in legal processes. But notwithstanding that, we have now been making a great deal of progress in unlocking the various regulations, the various processes that we have put in place so that we can remove all those logjams so that power can be brought onto the grid. And unfortunately, building a power station, adding more capacity takes time. We've been busy with 2 mega power stations, Medupi and Kusile, and we started building them in a great deal of hurry after we had lost time from 1998. And when we really finally woke up to the reality that the increased population and the growing economy in our country is going to require more energy, we'd really run out of time. We'd really run out of even your engineers who were supposed to manage everything internally. And it became a great deal of hurry, and in the end, we've had to pay almost double for each of the 2 mega power stations that we've built. And now there were design flaws, and that is why a power station like Kusile 1, 2, and 3 has run into difficulties because of design flaws. So it's been a combination of a number of issues that have brought us where we are. But what we are doing is to address the problem, to reduce the load shedding. We reached a point where we got to level 6. Stage 6 of load shedding is what has made our people very angry. It has made our people very frustrated, and I understand that. And I do take that in and say, yes, it should never have reached the point where it reached. But we are now working it down to reduce those stages of load shedding with the various interventions that we are putting in place. The interventions that I announced in July are interventions that are now being worked on. They're taking effect. We are now going to be ensuring that there's even diesel sufficient enough to power our 2 diesel power stations in Gerikwa and Ankerlek, where we can get more more power, more megawatts to be brought onto the system, whilst those power stations that have been taken out for maintenance and repairs are brought back one by one so that we can then be able to have enough power. We're also now purchasing power from countries, nearby countries that have more energy, more megawatts. We're bringing that in. We're also going to companies that have installed more capacity and bringing that in. Now, we're cutting the red tape. There's been a lot of red tape in the system. And we are also bringing in experts, engineers that had either left ESCOM, that are scattered all over. We've made a call that they should come back, they should come into ESCOM and give us the assistance so that we can improve our power generation system. And we are going ahead, of course, with restructuring ESCOM itself so that we reposition it so that it can serve the times that we live in, like other electricity companies in other countries. Now, of course, as we are all frustrated, we now receive a further double blow from NERSA, which says they want to increase the tariff by 18%, which adds to the frustration that our people are having right now. And we have listened to our people. I have been spending a lot of time meeting with various role players, be it business, be it trade unions, religious leaders, traditional leaders, yes, indeed, as well as community-based organizations. Now, all of them have come forward with really good suggestions. And I see today in some newspapers, they say all these consultations have amounted to nothing. But they have amounted to a lot, because the various role players that we've been talking to have come up with a lot of suggestions. And some of the suggestions are suggestions that we want to work on. For instance, on rooftop solar panels, the social groups have said, President, let's have solar panels all over the country. Let us install those. We did talk about that earlier, and Treasury has been finalizing precisely how we can have solar panels installed and how our people can be supported to have those type of solar panels. We've been talking to our people also about the tariff, and we are looking at this issue of the tariff. I have personally said to ESCOM, it will be an injury to our people if we implement this 18% now when we are going through load shedding. Put it in suspense for a while. And so the ESCOM board is going to discuss that, because the tariff was decided on by an independent agency, which is NERSA, at the request, yes, of ESCOM, because ESCOM needs the finance to be able to continue generating the power that we all need. But I have said and made a proposal to the ESCOM board that let us put this in suspense, because it will not be fair to impose a tariff on our people whilst there is the load shedding that we are going through. So ESCOM is going to give consideration to that. And comrades, this is because we recognize and see the hardships that our people are going through. We are alive to those hardships, and we are doing everything we can to resolve this. And there will be a number of other initiatives that we will embark upon, that we will be able to talk about in time to come. Now, there's various role players that we consulted also made a number of suggestions with regard to the municipal debt. Our municipalities owe ESCOM almost 65 billion rand. And this is the 65 billion rand that ESCOM needs to continue generating energy for our country. And they've come up with a number of proposals that we should embark on a number of campaigns so that we can get this problem solved and also encourage our people to pay. So, comrades, the challenges that we are facing are challenges that we are addressing. It also has a very big impact on the economy of our country. The National Conference resolved that we now need to focus more attention on job creation. Job creation to make sure that jobs are created for young people, for the women of our country, but also not leaving out those, as I said at the rally here, who are 35 and above. Because sometimes we focus only on the very young ones and not focus on those who are 35 and above. So we have to be taking decisive action to rebuild our economy and to create jobs. I was talking to Comrade Dukwan, how here in the Free State we can capitalize on some of your endowments. And as a province, you have a number of endowments. The other time, pleasant surprise to us, we found that the Free State is the reservoir of an energy source called helium. Helium is one of those energy sources that can revolutionize our economy as well. The Northern Cape has the sun, you have helium. And through the discovery of helium here in the Free State, we can have all manner of energy sources, hydrogen, helium, gas, and all that. And this is one of the areas where we can turn that into a game changer for the Free State. The Free State used to be the gold reservoir of our country. That has gone down now, and now we are finding others. Agriculture is another area where we need to focus on to make sure that we bring black people into the agriculture, into the maize production of our country. We don't have enough black people in the maize production of our country, and the Free State can play a key role. We must be able to do that. And we must be able to do that by supporting our farmers. Kanagoya COVID, we were able to give support to more than 140,000 farmers by giving them vouchers. And some of them were here in the Free State. And I've said to the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, that is precisely what we need to be doing, to give support to our farmers so that our farmers must really advance and be able to produce food which we can also export. Coming to local government, as comrades, we are renewing the ANC. We now need to be more focused. Comrade Mac Maharaj, at our national conference as we were closing, raised a very important aspect in a very positive way. As a veteran of our movement, he said, we've got many challenges. We've got lots of challenges. Some of them are immediate term, short term, medium term, and long term. And he suggested that we should choose those areas where we can make a great impact. And this is precisely what I want to say to the leadership here as well. Let us choose areas here in the Free State where we can make a great impact and be able to change the lives of our people. And if we do that, ke hona batho ba tla bonang hore ka nnete re le ANC re ikemiseditse ho ba sebeletsa. Ha ba bona re kwala di potholes botshabelo Tabanchu, Mangaung, Welkom, and places like that, in a number of places, then our people will take notice. They'll say, these people are now serious. And this is precisely what we need to focus on. Re tsose bo masepala ba rona, re ba tsose bo masepala bana, and re ntse bana ba ikemiseditseng hore ba be mashodu. Ka hobane bo masepaleng ba rona ho na le mashodu bao ba emetseng fela hore di-tender tsena tse tswang bona ba nke di-tender tsena ba ska etsa mesebetsi. Re fumana hore ho na le ditoropo bo masepala ba itseng mona ba capturilweng, ba bang ba captura ke di-top 6. Top 6 ke utlwile ho thwe ho na le top 6 e capturileng masepala o mong hona mona Freystata. Ntho tseno re di tlamehile hore di fele, masepala a sebeletse setjhaba, ho bonahale hore yes, our municipalities are there to serve our people and not to enrich certain people ba fumanang di-tender. And re fumana hore le bao ba fumanang di-tender, they overprice. O bane hore ntho tlameileng hore o patale 10,000 rand ho yona, masepala o patala 50, 60, 100,000 rand. Ntho eno e tlameile hore e fele, and ke rona ba tlameileng hore re fetse ka hobane ditjhelete tseno di tlameile hore di sebeletse setjhaba. So the new leadership here must place improving local government and addressing issues of delivery of basic services as amongst their immediate and urgent priorities. The conference, the 55th conference, directed us to take decisive action to strengthen government and to strengthen local government. That is precisely what we need to be doing. And in doing so, to be able to get rid of corruption and make sure that those who want to continue with criminal activities in our municipalities, in our government, must be dealt with very, very seriously without any mercy. And the other one, of course, is to deal with crime. We need to deal with crime because crime has become so rife in our country, and we must make sure that our police serve our people, and we as branches of the ANC and as members and leaders of the ANC must participate in community policing forums. And if we do that, comrades, we will be able to see change that our people are looking out for. So comrades, boetapele bona bo kgethilweng le lona ha le tshwere conference ena, I applaud you because ka nnete ha re bua nnete e feletseng, this is a change moment for the Free State. I want you to take it as a change moment. Ke hona mona Freystata must demonstrate to the entire architecture of the ANC in the country. Freystata must come into its own. You are the foundation. You are where the ANC was founded. I want you to rise and shine and show all the other provinces. Orelona lele Freystata. You are where the ANC was born, and you are going to demonstrate that the ANC is alive, the ANC leads, and the ANC is revived. This is the task that you have as the Free State. Naganeti ke lakatsa hore Freystata, you must rise and shine. You must rise and show all of us hore Freystata e fihlile. Ale sa tla dulela morao. Ale sa tla hulela morao ka o sa sebetsa more lona le ANC ya Freystata, you will show all of us that you have arrived. You have arrived. This conference demonstrates yes, senfigile ni ANC ya se Free State. Live up to that. Amandla. Amandla. Forward with the Free State, forward. Forward with the Free State, forward. Amandla. Ke a leboha.
That's ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa speaking there at the closing of the conference in the Free State.